36 minutes after the hour. John Denver singing in Russia for peace in just a minute.
First time in my life, I feel like a prisoner, a slave to the ways of the powers that be. And I fear for my children as I fear for the future I see.
It's 8:39. Now think of two men, an American and a Russian, together on a mission of peace. More than likely, this picture comes to mind, but so might this picture. Singers John Denver and Alexander Gratsky in Moscow recording an anti-war song, a song that condemns both the United States and the Soviet Union for keeping the arms race alive. The song is called Let Us Begin. It is from John Denver's One World album, and John is with us this morning. Good morning, John.
Good morning.
This is a first. How did you manage to get a recording session to do this thing in the first place? It's a controversial matter.
Well, controversial, I suppose, in the subject matter, but more and more the thing I think that's most on people's minds. I tried to get Alexander over here last spring when I recorded the One World album and was unable to accomplish that. But this fall, I was asked by Dr. Armand Hammer, to do a benefit for the victims of Chernobyl at Kiev. I was also in Moscow supporting my friends Jerry Jampolsky and Diane Cerencioni and their Children as Teachers of Peace program. And I was able to work out with the contacts that I'd made over the last couple of years the opportunity to get into the studio and at Melodia Studios in Moscow and record with Gratsky.
So you had some diplomatic assistance and you worked your way through and you got it done. Now this is a very powerful video. We would like to play a portion of the videotape, okay?
Great.
Let's watch this thing and then we'll talk.
Great.
For the first time in my life, I feel like a prisoner, a slave to the ways of the powers that be. And I fear for my children as I fear for the future I see. Tell me, how can it be we're still fighting each other? What does it take for people to learn? If our song is not sung as a chorus, we surely will burn. What are we making weapons for? Why keep on feeding the war machine? We take it right out of the mouths of our babies. Take it away from the hands of the poor. Tell me, what are we making weapons for?
Wow, very strong. It's an anti-war song. I'm sure it's going to be controversial and you will be criticized for it. How are you prepared to answer all of that?
Well, you know, I'm not concerned about the criticism, and the experience that I've had, quite the opposite, is that universally, I've sung this song all over Europe this past spring, all over Australia, all over the United States, and it gets the biggest reaction of any new song that I've ever performed in concert. It gets standing ovations everywhere that I go.
The album title, One World. Tell us about that. What is your concept here?
Well, I believe, you know, we now see from space that it is one world, and more it is getting, in fact, smaller and smaller, and it's getting difficult to not recognize that what occurs any place else in the world affects us here in the United States, and certainly our actions affect people all over the world. It's time to begin to recognize that and to begin to live out of a global sensibility, if you will.
You're popular in the Soviet Union. You're popular around the world. What is it? Your music, your message, your style? What makes John Denver?
Well, perhaps it's all of the above. You know, I think the kinds of songs that I sing, the kinds of things, the ways that I've spent my life and used my celebrity has gained a kind of credibility everywhere. And there's not a street in the world that I've walked down in China or in the Soviet Union or in India or anywhere where I've not been recognized.
And when you sang in the Soviet Union, what was the reaction there? Do you see any change in the society?
Yes, I see changes going on, and in the 2 years that I've been going over there, this was my 4th trip to the Soviet Union, I do see very real changes. In regard to the audiences, they're very stiff at first. They're interested, but actually now I'm getting to be pretty well known there, but at first they didn't really know me, and it was the kinds of stories that I tell around songs like Grandma's Featherbed and Country Roads that really warmed them to me.
John Denver, we wish you lots of luck. Continued success. We enjoy your music.
Thanks. Thank you for showing that today.
All right. Right now,